This meeting is being recorded.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, so let's get started. So here we have our example Frayer model. This is what you're going to do to get yourself oriented and together when you're turning these in. When you're turning this in, you're only going to submit a clear, clean, complete foldable to me. So I'm going to teach you how to make this here foldable. So as you go through the week, you're going to get your packet. And then you are going to acquire yourself some scissors. It doesn't have to be these fancy ones. Any scissors will do. And a glue stick. I would recommend the $1.25 store. The $1.25 store will be your friend. So after you get that, you're going to go through the week and we're going to learn these words. And you're going to, as you learn them, the goal is for you to go through these squares and get them together. So for each unit, you're going to have 6 to 15 or so words that you'll be responsible for throughout the week. So that breaks down to about 3 to 5 a day. And then for each word, you're going to provide a definition, an example, a picture that is in full color. No, pencil does not count as color. Then you're going to give me an antonym or a non-example so you can see the difference between the two. And here, you're going to work through the week to get all of these squares done. And then usually the night before they'll due, I would expect you to go through this process to kind of put everything together. So here, if this the night before was due, we're gonna zoom out a little bit here. We're gonna take our completed packet. Everything is done. Every box is filled in. It's neat, it's tidy, it's complete, and we're gonna get busy. So we're gonna separate the cover pages from our actual work, and then keep these to the side. And then we're going to take our handy dandy scissors and we're going to cut out each individual square along this big line. You see the big box? Don't worry about what's on the back. It's aligned to be okay. It's going to be okay if you just cut along the line like a good high schooler. Sometimes you might have to move faster or slower depending on your skill set. That's okay as long as it gets done. We're going to come here and cut and cut and cut some more until we get all of them done. Just cutting out the big boxes. Cut off the excess. And remember, it has to be in full color to get all credit. It has to be in full color. So there's those three. Put my trash over here in the corner so that way mama doesn't get on to us about making messes. And we're going to keep going. And just repeat the process and repeat the process for however many words you have. We're going to just keep cutting however many words you have. It varies from unit to unit how many vocabulary words we are responsible for. Some are a little more dense than others, and that's just the nature of the game. It should not take you too terribly long to be doing these squares. I would expect 10 minutes, maybe 15. If we are taking our time in coloring and being bespoke artists. Now, I realize not everyone is a grand old artist. That's okay. Neither am I. But studies show that correlating an image to what you're learning helps it sink in. So do your best to draw something that jogs your memory about the word. And make sure it's in color, because studies also show that images in color, things in color, stand out to our brain the most. That's what makes us remember. So we started, let me get my trash together, with something that looks like this, and get this focused here. We started with something that looks like this, and we turned it into things that look like this. Each individual square is cut out. Not the little ones, but the big one. we are cutting out the big one. This one here. So they should go from that to this. And here I've got 6, just for our example's sake. Once you have all of your vocabulary words cut out, you're going to take that word with it looking at you like this. As I'm sitting at the table, I see this word facing upright. I'm going to fold it down and right in half. I'm going to fold it right in half, like so. This is folding it lengthwise. I'm taking the length of the paper and making a fold. This is it directly in half. You're going to do that for every single word you have. Take it, fold it right in half. Boom, boom. For every single one of them. So you're going to end up with a pile of folded pieces of paper. Here, my pile is going to be about 6. I'm sure as the year progresses, we will have way more. For this example's sake, we are going to stop here, so it's not 19 years long. And boom, back. Here, we have our vocabulary words. This one says covalent bonding, so you can kind of see what you can expect. If you're studying, these are really good examples on what to look for while you're studying on this topic. So here's the anchor points of the unit that what we build on and get ourselves aggregated to. So then here's where you have to take this piece of paper, our cover sheet. The cover sheet also is where you put your name. The cover sheets are where you put your name. It's really freaking out with the focusing, but it's fine. And then the cover sheets have this glue line. You're going to glue butted up right next to this line. What I mean by that is you're going to take your words, you're going to take your glue stick. I'm going to put a discrete amount of glue. I assume our high schoolers know how much glue it takes to put on a piece of paper, so I'm going to take my glue stick here, and we're going to put a little bit of glue. Make sure to get the edges so that way it sticks and doesn't fall off later. Your goal is to keep it glued on there so that we have something to refer to after we glue it on. You're going to take your cover page and as close to the directions as you can get it without covering anything, you're going to glue on your word. After you glue it on and get it nice and squared up, don't be like me and make it crooked. Oh no. But if you are crooked, just peel it off and fix it so that way it's copacetic and presentable. So here we go. First one down. Now, as you're studying, you can say, do I know this word? No. Okay, let me open it. And now I see the definition. I have examples of what we talked about in class or something you find on the interwebs. Then you have a picture, something that we showed in class or that you find on the interwebs. That's fine. Or in something that means the exact opposite of that word so I can start to see how it translates in between and relates. So I'm going to repeat this process 6 times or however many times it takes to get all the words done. Then boom, bow, I'm going to take it, I'm going to butt it up right underneath that word, get it nice and level, and there we go. Boom, bow. And I'm going to keep going for all the words I have. This will likely take the longest of the vocabulary words minus the coloring of the picture. Those are your 2 major time expenditures here because it takes some motor skills and some supplies. So make sure you got some glue from the $1.25 store or any glue will work. Walmart brand, Target brand, wherever. Live your best life. But in these times, we want to save some money where we can because no one deserves to spend a fortune on school supplies. The $1.25 store or the Dollar Tree or Dollar General will work just fine. It ain't got to be fancy purple glue from Elmer's. Glue is glue. So the idea is for you to get about 6 words a page here. Your goal is to get 6 words a page. That way you can conserve space in your binder or your notebook. So once you make these, keep these. These come in great handy to review for your final and for your midterm. That way everything is in one spot for you to look at repeatedly. So studying should be a breeze and you will do wonderfully on the final. Here you go. We're going to get all 6 of these on there. So here's what it looks like with 6 vocabulary words. That's crooked. Nope. Can't do. There we go. There's 6 vocabulary words for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's say you have 12. I'm going to just flip it over. Boop. Make sure it's flat. And we're going to do the exact same thing, but we're going to butt it up this way. So we're going to take our example, cut out one more for you so you can see. So let's say I have 7 words in this unit we're going to be responsible for. I'm going to take my 7th word, fold it in half. Make sure it's a better fold in half than that. So we're going to make it nice and crispy. And we're going to take it, put the glue on there. And on the back, so make sure these words are closed so that way it lays as flat as possible. We're going to take it and butt it up just like that and repeat the process going down on this side. And then if we have like 15 words, we'll have 6, 6. So there's 12, 13, 14, 15. So I should have 1, 2, 3 pages filled. I'm going to take it. I'm going to get these together, keep them together in my binder, make sure they're safe, bring it into class, and go see Mr. Cole in the Student Center at the front of the room, get it, staple it together, and turn in this packet just like this. This is what we are expecting come turn-in day for vocabulary words. That way, everything is done, everything is together, and we're not devoting class time to making a foldable. This is the engagement with the academic language that you are responsible for so that way you are successful come JIP time or test time or midterm time so you know what you're talking about. So if you have any questions on how to do that, send me an email. You know how to reach me. Until next time, we'll talk again.